that was part of the reason that I'm like, no, okay, we're keeping the full-time job, you know. Um and so few people talk about that and maybe don't share that they're doing this on the side for whatever reason. But I'm finding that more and more people are actually doing their business as side hustles in some way, shape, or form. And I wish that our industry supported that more. Since canceling my business, I appreciate my job a whole lot more. I'm more present at it. Starting the business and being in this world gave me a lot of training and a lot of tools that my job did not. But so like it's been this like symbiotic relationship, but I can be more present at my job now. I'm not trying to fit in Zoom calls here and there. I mean, I tried while working from home for 3 years, but it was still a lot to juggle and try and make happen. So now instead of trying to fit in business Zoom calls in the middle of the day, I'm going to be doing like jump rope in my
Pole
basement
dancing. Yeah.
office, or doing some strength training on the pole, or there's another thing called flow rope. Yeah, really great. If you don't like jump roping, but you think it would be cool to like, swirl a rope around you, that's a really good thing. I recommend Slush Ropes. They're a cool person to follow. But I get to be as random as I want, and I don't have to think about whether I get to walk my walk now
Mm-hmm.
of putting even more care and attention towards my fitness and my energy. Random bursts of energy throughout the day and random bursts of fitness, or going for a walk while it's still sunny outside, and um, all of those things. So,
Well, that sounds
and
awesome. And I
yeah,
think you're totally
it
right
has
that
been.
like there's this vibe of like, well, if you still have a full-time job, then your business isn't advanced enough. And that's the goal for everyone. But like it doesn't have to be the goal. The goal does not have to be replace your income. It can be like do something for fun. And like not every choice that you make has to be monetized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the thought was like, okay, maybe I can get this to a point that it becomes uh, more passive, that I can get things built to a point where it's not so much pressure and hustle, but honestly, like it, it's a fallacy too.
As somebody who
I,
teaches like how to get consistent traffic by creating it only once, like then you have to go in and optimize, you have to create more, you have to pay attention to the metrics, you have to know what your competitors are doing. Like there's always ongoing iterations. Even passive income has to be maintained. It's totally a fallacy.
right. And now I'm finding even more like, no shade about this at all. I think it's great, but more people have VAs than I realize. And, we don't talk about that in the online course sales page, but that's a necessary thing. Or how a program would look if you have no VA or 1 to 2, or um that wasn't the intention of what I wanted, because I'm like, okay, I have a full-time job and I have a VA and I have this business. Like that seemed pretty complicated for me. Um so was this really going to work? It's Yeah, I'm seeing the industry through a totally different lens. Um yeah, and I don't know. Did I really want to sign myself up for like always having this responsibility humming in the background?
Whew.
Maybe, maybe not.
That's a really good question because the dream, the promise is, unlimited income and much less time and all the freedom, but it also is constant mental load
Hmm.
and financial responsibility, as you have
Yeah.
demonstrated.